Hi everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, it's great to have you, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So today I'm going to do a stitch with me, and I have moved the hoop today on this piece. I am working on this one. This is Daughter of the Deep, and the artwork is by Josephine Wall, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And here is the top, this little bit here. So as you can see, I'm not far away from the furthest to the right of the top of the piece. I'm stitching this one over 1 full cross on some 25 count fabric. Yeah, I'm 560 stitches across out of 780. So yeah, getting there. And this piece I'm working cross country in a square of 80 by 80 stitches. So yeah, we're gonna crack on, do a bit of stitching this morning. I've got some comments that I want to talk about as well. Let me just find my first colour. Everything's a bit chaotic today. Just everything just feels like chaos. It's not, but it just feels like it. I don't know why. Anyway, oh, just knocking the light out as well. Okay. Yeah, so I've got some comments to go through. So I shall be reading those and answering those. But we're going to have about an hour and a half of stitchy time and see how far we can get.
Chatty, yeah?
Yeah, chatty. Come on, why isn't this thread coming off? Let's just go for a different one. You know, when one particular thread doesn't want to come off the thread card, you just go for a different one instead. Okay, yeah, so 1 over 1 full cross, 25 count. Let me just zoom in, and yeah, let's crack on. So I hope everybody is doing well. I'm still a bit up and down. Evenings seem to be a bit of a flashpoint for me. My anxiety tends to rear its head when I'm sat here stitching. But other than that, I am looking forward to having a week off work, a bit of time with Andy, time at the seaside, which is my favourite place, and yeah, bit of downtime, bit of relaxation. So this morning here, Lauren is still in. She's just finishing off getting ready for college. Hannah is in as well. She'll be getting ready for work. Andy, of course, as you've already heard, is here with me, typing away.
Typing my life away.
So, yeah. It's just a standard Wednesday morning in this house. So I film these on a Wednesday for release on Saturdays. So as I said, I do have some comments, so we should be going through those. And thank you to those of you who have left a comment. Please do leave one if you stop by and watch one of my videos. Please also give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so. It is free. Here comes Lauren. Are you off, chicken?
Yeah.
See you later. Have a good day. Lauren. Sorry about that. Just left the door wide open. What are you doing? Just testing what it's like out there?
Yep.
Yeah, got you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. She's a minx, she really is. One down, one to go, dear. I hear the other one moving. Okay, right, so comments. Oh, here comes Hannah, I think. Oh no, maybe not.
I thought it was.
So the first one is from Jane22. And she says, "Hi Nicola, the hype things allows me or whoever to give you points and appears to be aimed at boosting you and your floss tube." Ah, right, okay. Honestly, I've not had time to or opportunity really to look into this hype thing, if I'm honest. 3, 3, 8, 4, 6. I hope it does. She says, I really enjoy seeing your progress on the stitching shelf. I hope Hannah recovers soon from her cold, almost. And I hope you complete the training. And then you provided and enjoy your week off. Not short hanging at all. Thank you, Jane. So, yeah, interesting to hear about this hype thing. So, if it is something that you can do to help me, please do so. It's as simple as that. Just raise the brightness a wee bit. There we go. Hannah appears to have recovered pretty much. She's still got a bit of a cough, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. She was struggling with it last week. But yeah, she seems to be on the mend now. Yeah, and thank you for that. I felt a bit sort of bad last week. You know, it was only like a 15 or 20 minute floss tube. It was very short for me, but you know, I suppose sometimes it will be like that. If Lauren appears with me, you know, we normally sort of chat on camera and it goes on for a bit longer, but of course until half term she won't be around on a floss tube. I'm also sort of mindful that I don't want to bore people and sort of be on floss tube for too long. I know how I feel myself about extra long floss tubes. I mean, if I'm there are floss tubes and floss tubes, and some floss tubers have much longer ones than others, and I don't mind either one. It just depends on as well what I'm in the mood for that particular day. I've done quite well rehooping this. I've got the fabric in nice and tight, which is good, because normally with these hoop frames it's a bit harder. Okay, Kelly from Kelly's Quilts Plus says, hi Nicola, nice view of your projects. I enjoyed seeing Cosmic Marbles again. I love the colours of the piece. Yep, I was quite happy with that last week, with that tiger eye marble starting to come out. Added almost a new dimension to it. It's really great when, you know, something, a feature like that, or, you know, something very different pops out from under the needle. It makes what I'm doing almost, you know, it's all worthwhile anyway, but, you know. I must say I've been intrigued by the shelving behind you. It looks like you have a sewing machine there and maybe a lot of projects. If it's all private, then don't mind nosy old me. Just tell me to shove off.
Hello.
Hi Hannah. Kelly, I would never do that. It is a sewing machine. It's my late mum's sewing machine. And there are some projects there too. Some non-started. One or two that I started back in the depths of time and never picked up again before I started my Flosstube. It does need a good sort out, and with me having a week off, I might very well find an opportunity to do so. It's also got magazines and cover kits and completed pieces and all sorts of goodies on there. I need to get my butt in gear and do it. I wonder what she's microwaving. What are you microwaving?
Pancake.
Oh, right, okay.
I've only got one pancake left. Should I get the other ones out of the freezer, leave them to defrost?
If yeah, you can do, yeah. Did they make it into the freezer? I didn't even know that they'd made it into the freezer. Okay, So yeah, I will be having a sort out of that area. It's a bit of a bugbear of mine, but I'm just too busy stitching. I didn't even know other pancakes had made it to the freezer, Hannah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I only put them in the fridge yesterday morning though, because they were left out.
Okay. It's alright.
Could have put putting them in the freezer, really. But don't matter.
Okay, Laura says, short videos are fine. It's nice to see the progress. Keep up the good work, and remember, you lost a huge amount of weight. Yep, I am. What?
That's hot.
We complain if they were cold. I am definitely focused on that part, Laura, for sure, because I have come a long way. Oh, why is that doubled? Oh, I need to investigate. Bear with. There we go. For some reason it had doubled and didn't want to come through. Anyway, we got it now. Okay, Laurie says, nice progress, you never disappoint. Oh, thank you, Laurie. And then she goes on to say she sleeps. I'm just going to move my camera because I just managed to block out my line of vision. She sleeps is glorious in her frame. Yeah, I love her.
She's prize winning.
She is prize winning, Hannah.
Literally.
Mm. It was quite the day, wasn't it, Hannah, when we went up and discovered. Okay. Sally Ann Cole. She says, hi Nicola, great progress as usual. As far as your weight goes, your body will tell you where it wants to be. That's why I've done it myself this time. Sometimes I lose, sometimes I gain, but I'm roughly staying the weight my body wants to be, and I'm happy. Happy stitching. Thank you, Sally Ann. Yeah. I think there's where my body wants to be and where I'd like to be, and they are sort of slightly different. I would like to, you know, be a bit slimmer, but if my body won't have it, it won't have it.
Should get down to my size.
Pardon?
Should get down to my size.
What? Teeny tiny? What are you, a 6?
An 8, but I fit into 6s. I just chose an 8 because it's a bit bigger. Keeps it warmer.
Well, I'm a 12. I didn't think that were bad.
What are you giggling at?
I knew it was a matter of time before I came across a village that I had to write about that's got a humorous name.
All right.
It's literally called Willie.
Brilliant.
So I've tried to put a few puns in this intro.
That's better than Bath.
Eh?
That's better than Bath.
Bath. There's nothing funny about Bath, have I?
Well, I find it funny if it's been after a bath.
Anyway, moving swiftly on back to my comments. Tracy Delcamp says, wow, super job, congratulations on the awards, well deserved. So this was back on my Flosstube 36. Thank you, Tracy. I got a little frame for the certificate. I popped that in so it's protected, and I'm still babysitting the trophy.
Babysitting.
I've got babysitted for 12 months.
I'm going to put cats knock it over.
She'll have a job. It's quite heavy.
You know, we could just emigrate in the next 12 months rather than getting it back.
Yeah, I'll give it back, Hannah.
Could run off, change his name, everything. We'd never find it.
I would give it back. I wouldn't do that.
What a sense of adventure.
There's a difference between having a sense of adventure and being on the nick. Okay, and then on Flosstube 37, Tracy then comments to say, great progress. Thank you, Tracy. Daphne echoes Tracy's words there and says, on the same Flosstube, love all the progress. Thank you, Daphne. I'm still getting to read the comments here. Night Calling says, love your projects. Again on Flosstube 37. Thank you very much. And then Patricia Laura leaves me some hearts. Thank you, Patricia. Be Hannah done with the breakfast then. And then Carla Rebello, again on Flosstube 37, says, nice progress. Thank you, Carla. Okay. Okay, I have to get dressed.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. Kathy Richdale. So this is a great comment. It's a question. Why do you bring the needle up and down again straight away and then pull the thread through? Is it just faster, or does it make your stitches neater, or is there no reason? Is it just the way you stitch? So I think it's faster. I'm not moving my arm every time, you know, pulling the thread right through, and similarly with my bottom hand, I'm not extending it all the way. And what you don't see is with the bottom hand, I am smoothing the thread through. So, you know, if I get a knot or anything, I can deal with it, you know, pretty much straight away. I think it makes the stitches better, but that's just me, because, you know, when I'm bringing the needle up, guiding the thread through at the back, which I'm literally doing right against the fabric, I think it helps stop knotting, but also I think it also helps to stop the thread slipping as well. But it's just sort of really minimizing the movement, because, you know, when you're doing a stab and stitch, you know, you extend your arm and you pull the thread through, and you can end up sort of, you know, looking like you're waving every time you do a stitch, for want of a better word. So I do it like this because it's less movement. I'm lazy. And guiding the fabric, the thread through the fabric, I do think it cuts down on knots and kinks, and also cuts down on slippage as well. So Crafty Emily stitches in a very similar way. If you've ever seen one of her, she doesn't do them very often, but if you've ever seen one of her stitch with me's, she stitches in a very similar method. You know, so, but it's just, I mean, really, it's kind of a style that I've kind of developed after, you know, watching Emily, of my own, I suppose. But yeah, I do definitely think that it does help with the appearance and how the stitches lay, making sure that the thread comes up and down actually in the corner and doesn't slip as well. So I don't often get squashed or misshapen stitches, which are obviously, you know, an annoyance. So yeah, so that's why I do it. mainly because I don't see the point in, pulling my hand literally, to the back, pulling my hand far away, just to complete a stitch, when you don't need to expend that energy, if that makes sense. .992. And of course, tied in with my starting and ending my thread method as well, it's kind of an efficiency thing too. Because as you know, if you've been watching me for more than a minute, I do a lot of stitches. I stitch like it's an Olympic sport. What do you say, love?
Mm-hmm.
Andy says I look weird. Oh, I look weird without stitching in my hands. When we travel next week, we're going away for a couple of days. And when we travel, I have already been busy mapping my witch cap so I can stitch on the journey. But yeah, I very often sit and stitch in the car. There's no place I won't get my stitching out. I've stitched in pubs, I've stitched on buses and trains, I've stitched on an aeroplane, I've stitched on a tram, I've stitched in a cafe, I've stitched in the office, I've stitched in the car, I've stitched in the park. There's no place that's immune. And obviously I stitch with fairly short lengths of thread as well, half metre or thereabouts. So I don't have a massive amount of thread to be coming through anyway. It means I can stitch a little faster, but also means that I am changing, having to have a new strand of thread, probably slightly more often, but that's okay because the shorter the length, threads don't, tend to fray or tangle so much when they're in a shorter length, so it kind of helps. I'll have some more boost, my love, when you're ready. And just not quite so strong for the coffee, please, sweetheart. Yeah?
Yeah, I heard you.
You didn't answer me, so wasn't sure that you had. You look very focused at the moment. Deborah McKeown, I'm so sorry. I just can't get my voice wrapped round your name, Deborah. She says, that was me. Your award-winning piece is beautiful and fabulously framed. Well done, and thanks for showing. So Deborah did ask if she could see She Sleeps, hence me showing it on that Flosstube. You're very welcome, Deborah. It's always nice to, if people want to see it. So thank you. I get to look at it every day. Okay. So as usual, I did a Wednesday live stream. I do them twice a week. So if you're new around here, I live stream on Wednesdays and Sundays at 7:30 p.m. UK time. And I have a comment on that from Patricia, who leaves me some hearts. So thank you, Patricia. And Wendy Stitching also leaves me some stitchy emojis. So thank you very, very much. So we did discover on that Wednesday live stream that YouTube have now started interfering with the live chat box, and have for some users, they are seeing adverts in that chat box. I'm quite annoyed about it, if I'm honest, because YouTube haven't told creators that this is going on. Much like they didn't tell creators about the ranking system as well in the chat box too. So it's been a source of frustration. So what I have done is I ran a test on my Sunday live stream. I turned the monetization for my stream off, and that seemed to cure the problem. So going forward, I will be turning the monetization off while the stream is in progress, and then once the stream is finished, then I shall turn monetization on. So when you're watching on the replay, you will get, you know, some adverts, but hopefully we should be able to stream without the chat box being interrupted by these overlay adverts. So restream or, you know, watching the stream back, the views are always appreciated. So if you do miss any part of the stream, please do pop on and have a look once you're able to sit and watch. It doesn't make an awful lot of difference, or it hasn't made a lot of difference revenue wise. Don't get an awful lot from YouTube anyway, but I just want, you know, the streams to be a pleasant experience rather than the annoyance of having adverts interrupting what I'm doing, or what you're trying to type, or what you're trying to read. I mean, the chats on the streams can get quite busy. Not only do people talk to me, you know, people talk to each other, which is wonderful. There's a real nice sort of vibe in the live stream chat box. People talk to one another about what they're stitching, about sew and tell. They celebrate the milestones with us as well. So the live chats can be quite busy. So on my Cosmic Marbles Stitch With Me, Coco Creates also has commented about the hype. Again, the hype thing is something that YouTube have introduced and not told us about. So I had no idea about this until, you know, I think it was Jane that commented first of all about it a couple of weeks back. I had no clue about this hype thing. And Coco Creates says you can swipe the hype bar to the right to swap back to comments, the same as how you would swap between live comments and regular comments. So I don't know if that's helpful to you guys who are seeing this, because as a creator I see it differently. But it's handy. So sorry, Andy's crashing about in the kitchen. It's handy to know about this sort of thing, isn't it? But yeah, anything that you can do to help me out as a creator, please do so, guys. Leaving a playlist on when you're not at your computer is helpful. Allowing adverts to run when you're watching a video of mine is helpful. There's a number of things that you can do to support me. And of course, you know, this hype thing, what, you know, if you can follow the direction of that, because again, something that will help. Okay. And then again on my Wednesday stream, so on Wednesday stream I work on my focus for a finish, which at this moment in time is the Witchy Cat. And Kelly from Kelly's Quilts Plus comes on to comment and say, I came back to watch the end of the video. You got a lot done of the moon. A great live as always. Highlight of Wednesdays. Thank you, Kelly. I do enjoy doing my live streams. Won't be long and the Witch Cat will be having a finish on a live stream as well. I'm hoping the second Wednesday in October. Might end up being the third, but we're shooting for the second and see what happens. Okay. Here it comes. Thank you, my love. Fresh drinks.
Just nosy in.
All right, okay. The cheerleaders come to have a neb. Okay.
You know me, Nikki.
I do know you. Very, very well, seeing as I've been married to you for almost 7 years.
Not what I was meaning. You know,
Hang on.
What your stitching concern.
Yeah, and we've been together for 12.
Nearly 30.
13 next year. Chasing the cat downstairs.
Ah, something like that.
Okay.
Right, do us a favour.
What?
Look at my backside and tell me if you can see daylight.
Honest to God, some of the things I get asked as a parent, I can't even. And you know, have you seen Adam Rose on Facebook? You know when he does that
Are you looking?
face? That's me right now.
I've got a small hole, but I can't be asked to change my leg.
You can't be bothered.
Oh God! I just want to know if it's noticeable or not.
Dare I even say this? Bend over. No, can't see anything.
Oh, it's alright.
Honestly, some of the things as a parent, oh my gosh.
Hannah, you are terrible.
I eat that quite a bit.
Oh God. Give me strength.
Oh my days. I can't even.
Anybody see my bubbles?
No.
I had a pack of thin bobbles that I bought.
Nope.
And I can't remember if I took them out of my bag or not.
Not seen them.
Right, well, if you can't see them, they must still be in your bag. If you did take them out of your bag, the chances are that your little sister has nicked them. Because I've got no reason to use bubbles.
Me neither. Ah, dear. Right.
Definitely can't see daylight, right?
No, Hannah, hush now.
Some of your viewers only watch this for the banter, don't they?
They only watch it from me. I'm comedy genius.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Yes.
So Kelly from Kelly's Quilts Pros comments on my bizarre bookshelf stitch with me that I did last week. And she says, this chart is wild. I love it. It is. Good. Shush now. I don't think I would stitch it though. Probably drive me bonkers. The staircases remind me of Hogwarts.
Okay then.
Hannah.
What?
Hush. You've had your moment in the spotlight now. Bog off. I never thought about the staircases in that being like Hogwarts, Kelly. That's a good point. Progress looks really good. Thanks for showing us. No worries at all. Interesting how Bizarre Bookshelf was one of the earlier new starts, but currently it's lagging behind. It's at the least amount of progress, about 2%. So, but that one, I'm going to be having a look at my rotation for next year and doing the adjustments to how many stitches, project dependent. And that one, it will be in the middle range, so instead of having 1,000 stitches of progress every outing, it'll get 1,500 at the very least, which is good news. So hopefully it should bring it on a little bit. Okay. Let's just do a mark off so I don't get confused. Right, that means I can now fill in those first two squares with the next colour. Okay. Anna Knowles has commented again on Flosstube 36, and she says, hi Nicola, I was away for a week and I've arrived home feeling poorly. Oh dear. But I'm slowly catching up on your videos. Wow, a very big congratulations on your success with She Sleeps. I'm so truly happy for you. Thank you, Anna. And then she goes on to say, just a small correction, the Rose Bowl trophy is not the size of your head. It is, in fact, bigger. Yeah, it's huge. But yeah, it's currently sat on my kitchen table in the absence of somewhere to put it. I'm hoping that when I do a sort out of my shelves at the back of my Flosstube seat, then I'll be able to put it on the shelf at the back of me. Okay, and then on my ASMR stitching shelf, Stitch With Me, she leaves me some hearts. So thank you, Anna. And then back to Flosstube number 31. So a few videos ago, Christiane Klein leaves me some hearts. So thank you very much indeed. Always good, even if it is just an emoji, to comment, because it all helps. I really can't tell you how much it does. More engagement the video gets, the more likely it is to come up in suggested videos for someone. I think I've just unthreaded the needle. Yep. That's a good thing as well about this stitching method. I can tell when the needle's unthreaded. Okay, and Christiane also leaves some hearts for me on Flosstube 32. And then on 33, she says, I love your videos and try to come back to my stitching. Oh, thank you, Christiane. I take it from that you've lost your stitchy bug a little bit, but don't worry, it will come back. Okay, and then on 34, she leaves me some hearts. And then, bless her, Christiane, on Flosstube 35, she's definitely been catching up. She says, congrats to Laura and hope she has a wonderful time. I now have to look at the Tilton page. So, yeah, Shelley at Tilton has had some re-releases of some artwork, some cross-stitch charts lately. So, yeah, I got a couple of Lord of the Rings pieces. Some people who've been after the Realm of Middle-earth map have been able to get that. There's some Harry Potter ones, Titanic, and so on. There's been a few pieces that she's had on limited re-release. then on 36, she gives me again some hearts. And then for 37, Christiane says, "Hi Nicola, and I'm back on track with the floss tubes." On this big thumbs up. Love your work, and congrats to you for winning. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you very much indeed. It must have taken a good sort of few hours to watch all of those floss tubes back, Christiane. So thank you. I do think that was Hannah flapping upstairs. Hannah, you do know it's 10 past?
Yeah.
I thought you'd like to leave at 8 o'clock.
I do, but Shelley's wrong.
Oh, why?
She's taking little in school, so she's asked me if we walk down with her.
Oh, I see.
Makes a bit of sense. Look, I'm just stood around waiting for her anyway on a Wednesday. So it makes a bit of sense to me to walk down with her.
Okay.
And I'll still get there before my actual scheduled
Okay,
time.
so what time are you leaving then?
5 minutes time.
Okay.
Because she's meeting me at 20 past and dropping little at Roseville.
Okay. So Celia on Flosstube 20, my Colin Thompson. She says this pattern is very quirky. I like it.
What was that?
I'm reading my comments. If you want to know, then watch my Flosstube on Saturday.
Oh, sounds like ugly.
Have that pinned back your logos, madam. Let me just catch that stitch, I think. On Flosstube, right back at Flosstube 14 alternative, Celia leaves me some emojis, a heart, a needle, a kitty cat and a football. So I'm guessing that Celia is got a playlist on in the background while she's watching the football. So thank you, Celia. And similarly, she leaves a similar comment on the alternatives number 13, which is my magpie, my Lorna Laine one, and my Christmas cat, which was number 12. So thank you very, very much.
Christmas cat relevant too.
It's finished. You know that, right?
Well, I do now, right? But what I was saying is that it'll be relevant for almost longer.
Yeah, because it'll be Christmas, but we need washing and framing first.
And it'll be up on the wall in time for Christmas.
All being well.
I'm doing my Christmas shopping next week.
Congratulations.
And get done while you're away and while Lauren's at college. Maybe no one sees what they've got for Christmas. No spoilers in this house.
And right back at Flosstube 4 stitching shelf alternative, Celia says, "Love this project." Yeah, stitching shelf is lovely.
What's Noodle's plans for today?
Well, I'm going to finish writing Willie, and then I'm going to go upstairs and record that and lift off, get them prepared, go to work, come back, and start writing next sketch.
That's funny. I'm also going to work.
Right, we'll go to work then, because you're being a pain in the neck now.
I'll pay a neck anyway.
We know.
We weren't meant to agree.
But I did.
Okay, Kelly's Coats Plus on my Last Chatty Stitch with Me, which had Roseanne Bell's Coastal. Kelly says, Coastal is such a lovely project. I'm a big fan of the aquamarine blues. It certainly is, Kelly. The blues in it are really, really lovely. And, you know, it's the sea coast, it's one of my favourite things. So it's a pleasure to stitch. Haven't you gone yet?
What about there's not like feeling wanted. Not.
I know, Anna, but you're still buzzing about.
Well, yeah, 'cause I don't want to get there too early. If I'm just starting the cold. And equally, I don't want to get there too late and be getting a phone call. Where are you? Bad enough she phoned me at 8 o'clock in the bloody morning, but I have a message.
Well, it's 5 minutes since you said that you were leaving in 5 minutes, so...
Okay, I'll have a wander off then.
Alright, I'll see you later.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Love you.
Are you on a full day?
Currently till 3. It could be till 8. I don't know. I'll let you
Let me know. Well, I'm exhausted now, aren't you? She's exhausted. Oh, my days. I mean, imagine. Can you see daylight? What the heck? Anyway. Cosmic Marbles, Stitch with Me. Anna Knowles comments to say, Cosmic Marbles is a beautiful project. I really enjoyed your company. Thank you, Anna. And yep, agree, Cosmic Marbles is lovely. Okay, Daphne Chamberlain on my Roseanne Bell leaves me some sewing needles. Thank you very, very much. Oh, excuse me, I'm so thirsty. And then again on Flosstube 37, my short one, Anna says, excellent progress on your projects. Thank you very, very much indeed. Okay. Bizarre Bookshelf again. Anna says thank you for your company. Always enjoy the music. So that's one for you, Andy.
Thank you.
Andy is my DJ, music maestro. Because obviously he does my editing for me, because it takes away my stitchy time. It's funny, my days are measured in stitchy time. Okay, so on Bizarre Bookshelf and on Coastal, Patricia leaves me some hearts on both of those videos. Thank you, Patricia. And also she leaves me some on the live stream Sunday as well. It's good to know how these videos are being watched, so thank you very, very much. Then only a couple more comments. So Sharon Fennell on the Sunday live stream comments to say, sorry I missed the live, I was invited to my son's for dinner. So funny, because they were also moaning about the cost of food and mince. Fantastic number of stitches this weekend. Yeah, I was commenting on the Sunday stream about how the price of what was a very basic food, minced beef or ground beef as you might know it, is now more expensive than buying a roast. I got roast pork which was half the price of the equivalent sort of Sunday meal that I made with minced beef. I just think it's astonishing at the moment how food prices are ever increasing, but wages are not. It's quite difficult. And, you know, now we sort of shop in a multitude of places for different things because, you know, that's how we look after our budget, our household budget. It's just crazy right now. It's slightly more difficult for us as well because Hannah has sensory issues with food. She'll only eat certain foods. So that can make things a bit more complex. And even with things like a basic such as baked beans, Hannah would only eat a certain brand, certain variety. You know, one of her things at the minute is pizza. She'll only eat a certain brand of pizza. I have to say though, to her credit, Hannah eats a lot of chicken, and she will try different brands of chicken because she's always looking for the next, you know, for a brand or, you know, a shop where she will eat the chicken, so it'll broaden her horizons. And I have to say that that really is a good thing. But, you know, there are certain things, like I said, for example, ham and pineapple pizza at the moment, she will only eat it from one shop. And if she can't get it, oh my gosh, the moaning is ridiculous. If they're out of stock, oh, life isn't worth living. So shopping for food is hard. Like Hannah will only eat microwave chips unless they're from McDonald's or the chippy. But at home she'll only eat microwave chips, and they have to be a particular brand. She'll only drink Pepsi. She can't drink Coca-Cola, it makes her poorly. You know, there's a few bits that she's limited with. So, yeah. It's very difficult. I mean, I think we're going there. We're sort of slowly learning where to go for this item or that item. And to be fair, the shops that we go in, we will be passing anyway, or aren't terribly out of the way. But, you know, I mean, people say go to the butcher's for mince or, you know, for your meat. Well, we tried that and I actually found it more expensive. So we've been looking at frozen options as well. It's hard at the moment. The price of everything is just crazy. At one point, I could send the girls to the shop with £2 for bread and milk, and they'd come back with both. Now they can only come back with one or the other. Bread's gone up almost 50%, and milk has gone up more than 50%. Milk has almost doubled in recent times. I mean, the pandemic didn't help with food prices, because food prices soared in the pandemic. And of course, people were being furloughed, so people were on less income, but still having to pay more, you know, just to survive. And even like the government cost of living payments and things didn't help. It was not enough for a lot of people. But it is what it is. Not a lot we can do about it. just have to live with it and hope that things get better. So moving on, my Roseanne Bell Coastal Stitch with me. Anna leaves me some hearts. Thank you, Anna. And then on the last comment today is from Kay, who is Stitchy Pfeiffer. So back on Flosstube 35, we mentioned about Tilton Crafts and how I was enabled by a couple of charts. Thanks to Kay posting a link in our Facebook group. And she simply comments on this video, haha, you are welcome. So thank you very, very much. So if you've all of you who've left me comments, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It truly is appreciated. As I said, the comments engagement helps my visibility no end. So, you know, when I get a comment, you know, it's always lovely because, you know, perhaps, you know, another 1 or 2 people are being shown my video as a suggested. So thank you. I'm still getting the odd dislike on my videos, so a great big to those of you who hit the dislike button. If you don't like my videos, move on. There's no need for negativity in the world. Be kind is my message, and has been now for a couple of months, a few months. Please be kind. If you can't be kind, scroll on by. Again, the dislike is also engagement, so it also helps. So, you know, I suppose I should be thankful, but, you know, it's a cross-stitching video. If you don't like cross-stitch, move on. Sometimes I start to watch a video and there's something about it I don't like. It could be anything, not even stitching videos, excuse me, excuse me, because I do watch lots of other videos on YouTube. I was watching one yesterday about a hotel, and there was one person in it and the voice was really grating on me, and I couldn't, you know, when you just think, oh God, do I really want to listen to this voice for another hour and a half? I had 2 choices, stick with the video or move on. It never crossed my mind to hit the dislike button. But obviously some people like to do that. But that's fine, you do you. I still get the engagement. Anyway, we've got less than 10 minutes to go, so I'm just going to see how many more stitches I can do. I've got up to 350 so far during this video, which is a good amount. I'm happy enough with that. So next week, even though I'm away, videos will still come out as normal. I shall film. I have an alternative stitch with me, I think, this week, isn't it?
Yes.
I've got an alternative stitch with me, which I shall film over the weekend. And I shall film my Flosstube on Monday morning before we go. And yeah, we will we'll be releasing videos as normal. Live stream will also happen. It'll be uninterrupted. So even though I am away, we will continue. Quite looking forward to it. A couple of days by the sea. The sea always relaxes me. And it's definitely a place I enjoy to be. And in peace and quiet, what's not to love? Oh, it's almost missed a stitch. That wouldn't be good, would it?
Just as an aside,
Mm-hmm.
would it be better to film your Flosstube on Sunday? Because then on Monday, when the girls have gone, we can just go.
Well, Hannah's not going anywhere on Monday. She's off.
Well, when Lauren's gone.
No, I'll be doing it on Monday because when I film it on a Sunday, it's an electric light. Everything looks horrific. So I film it on Monday morning. Won't take long, take 20 minutes, half an hour at most. Because I prepare everything on a Sunday night. Don't know if you've noticed that.
So what time do you want to go on Monday then?
As soon as I've done my Flosstube. And put me some spare knickers in a bag.
That's the extent of your packing, isn't it?
Yeah. You know me, I travel light. When I went to Liverpool with Hannah, I'm like, cross stitch, pattern keeper, chargers, tablet,
You like doing
scissors, thread. What else did I take? Stitching accoutrements. And then I thought, oh, I better put some clean knickers in.
The way you're listing things, I was going to suggest you take into market sandwiches.
Yes. Mm.
I wonder if anybody would get that.
Only if the Red Dwarf fans. Yeah, it was fabric, thread, scissors, pattern keeper and case. Charger. Hannah knew I wanted to get back to the room and do some stitching when we were in Liverpool. She was quite aware of that. I mean, we did spend a lot of time out shopping and sightseeing and things. But when I were back in the room and that stitching was in my hand, she knew I weren't moving. Sadly though, I will have to be moving in a mo.
Oh, yes.
Because we're almost at our time. So mark off and see how many I've done.
It's almost time for you to take that arduously long commute.
Yeah, another 10 minutes. So, on this session, 389 stitches. So I'm happy with that. I did 100 to finish off this block this morning and then moved, and obviously we've done this during this session. So I'm going to end up with my usual messages. So 3 videos will be coming up on your screen in a minute. If you've not seen those, please do go take a few minutes to have a look. I release my Flosstube on a Tuesday, Stitch with me Thursdays and Saturdays, and a live stream at 7:30 p.m. UK time on Sundays and Wednesdays. So if you can join me for those, it would be fantastic. On a Wednesday live stream, I work on my Focus by a Finish, which currently is the Witchy Cat. And on my Sunday live stream, I work on whatever my Sunday stitch is, unless I've had a new start. If I've had a new start, that's the piece that I would be working on. So all that's left really to say is thank you guys very much indeed for watching. Do take care. Happy stitching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.